You're
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. Side into the end zone, jump ball, and it is. Is it caught? Is it caught? Oh my goodness, it's caught. DeAndre Hopkins caught it. He caught it for a touchdown with 1 second left. I can't believe it.
That was it, huh?
Hey, we're here.
That was the intro. What's good?
What's up, boys?
Hey, we got a guest here today. My wonderful, almost as good at me, but not quite as good at me at everything, little brother, Mitchell.
What's up,
Say hi
Mitch?
to the people, dude.
What's going on? How's it going?
I always remember Mitch because he was in our 16-man league this year, and he's the only one who didn't change his name. So it was like, whose team is that? It was Mitchell's best team. Everyone would be like, who the fuck was Mitch?
Yeah, last week we're like, hey, we're going to throw him in there.
Oh, dude, but that was just from fantasy. What's up, Mitch, bro? I'm glad to have you on. We've had you on before. You've chimed in a couple different times.
No, it's the first time.
He's been in the room.
He's been in the room. That's what it is. Like, you've watched us at least. Like,
We tried to get you on, and you were like, nah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this last
There
time.
I am, though.
And then you said, this past week, you said you never asked us to come on, and
Yeah.
we did
I
ask
didn't
you.
say that.
No, yeah, when we asked you if you wanted to
Mitchell.
come on, you were
Oh,
like, well, I've
we-
been waiting for you guys to ask me.
No, I didn't.
What had happened was we were playing Monopoly, okay? I cleaned house my first time playing with the boys.
Okay.
Can I not take a dub?
Fine. All right, Dad.
Daniel won, and we said, Mitch, would you like to come on? And you said, I've been waiting about a year for you to ask me to come on.
Oh, my God.
Is that not what happened?
That's not what happened.
And it was just like his eyes got real
Like, he was
hateful.
excited. No, I thought he was excited. He was like, yeah, dude, I want to come on. You guys have been
Yeah.
waiting a year for you guys to ask me.
Right.
It's kind of like a chuckle thing. Like, oh, you guys never asked me to come on. But it was whatever. But I'm.
What, are we supposed to beg you, bro?
No,
Take it
no,
fucking
no,
easy, bro. I don't
thank
give
you.
a
It's just
shit.
like, you just
Fuck outta here.
never asked me, so I was like, all right. But I'm happy to be on.
All right, fair enough.
Well, we got to do the shot thing, right?
We got to do the shot thing. It's your
Yeah, Travis,
shot.
go ahead.
My etosto.
Don't do something basic like shot to my brother, which I just killed your steam, obviously. Boom.
Yeah, well, I'm not
Okay.
going to do that. Get your glass.
Yes.
All right, hey, this one is for all of our listeners.
Oh.
Everybody who's listened to at least half of our podcast,
I know Garrett's
Really
listening
been
right
there.
now.
we appreciate you.
Let's go.
We show our love to you, and this is for you. I keep saying you, but you. That's what it's all
Billy,
about.
JP,
It's all about you guys.
Lahina.
Based
Jose.
on the stats, we get about 5 minutes per listen. Not too shabby. Just kidding. I don't even know how to check the stats, so we're good.
Yeah,
All right,
like
cheers,
that.
boys.
Later.
Love ya. Ready to talk some sports. No chasers today. What a terrible day
Oh, yeah.
to be Daniel. All right.
Well,
Let's get into some stuff. I don't even know what's going on. Aaron, you know. Travis, you know. What are we talking about, amigos?
All right, first thing I kind of want to mention is just like there's been at least like 3-4 live games of spring training. There's been people attending at these spring training games, specifically the Padres. The Padres haven't been doing good record-wise. I think we're 1-3. 1-3 in Peoria. We lost today, 8-5.
Okay.
Not too bad. I mean, Blake Snell pitched 1 inning today. Paddock pitched 2 innings yesterday. So it's just like, you get my point. You know what I mean? We had Ha-Seong Kim play second yesterday. He had to play
Nice.
third base today. CJ Abrams, who's our top shortstop prospect, we had him playing short today. He played really good. He had 2 stolen bases in a couple games. So it's just like, it's all prospects. So it's like, if you follow baseball, you take spring training with a grain of salt. You see your starting pitchers 1 inning, like I just mentioned, Blake Snell. People who are getting acclimated. Yu Darvish didn't even go. Lametz hasn't even gone. I'm sure no one's really gone for the Dodgers. I haven't really followed them. But you get my point. The one highlight, which is fucking kind of nice, is like the little time that these guys do get, like Hosmer and Machado and Tatis did play. Tatis hit a fucking grand slam. Not this last game, but 2 games ago, bro. No shit. It was like the first time we had it loaded, and Tatis first pitch, 90 miles an hour up, fastball up top, and fucking 441, bro. Took it to deep left, and fucking it was just like, I think it's beautiful. Love to see baseball back.
Travis is scared as a Dodger fan.
No, man. If I'm a Dodger fan,
You're feeling great. I
Trevor
know.
Bauer looked great in his little outing that he had, so it's just like, I'm just happy to be a Padre fan.
Absolutely.
That's what it is. And I remember I talked about it a lot last time, but I follow the spring training. They always play at 12:10 every day, spring training. And this was the first time it was broadcasted as well. I love listening to Mudcat and fucking Don. I love our commentators, bro. They're awesome, bro. So it's just like, and also this is another side note. You guys listen to Mighty 1090 for fucking ever, right? Growing up, in San Diego, you listen to Ted Leitner,
Oh yeah.
right? Ted
I
Leitner.
remember him a little bit. I don't
But you've heard the name,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
He just retired after 41 years. That's why you know the fucking name, because your parents know the name. Ted Leitner just retired for Tony Gwynn Jr. is replacing him. So not a bad replacement.
Not
if
bad.
if you've heard his voice, he sounds just like Tony. So it's really cool. That's all I got to mention with baseball. If you guys have any takes or what's your guys' thoughts on spring training? Is everyone's like, if you're a common fan, you read a lot into this, but if you know your shit, you're just like, dude, it's my slapdicks that are playing. It's my prospects that are playing, right?
There it is. Yeah. Anyways, basketball, football too. We talking about that?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of basketball going on. Like Luka's been turning it up recently. Giannis has done well recently. The Celtics are not doing good. The Pelicans just beat the Celtics.
like it.
Celtics, Pelicans.
The Pelicans just beat the Utah Jazz. Tonight, the fucking Sixers just win the OT with Joel Embiid looking like an MVP candidate. The Lakers has faltered as of late. We had Dennis Schroeder back after we didn't have him. We went like 0-4 without Schroeder. We got him back, went 2-0, and then we just lost to the Suns pretty bad, and be honest. Even with Booker getting ejected last night, if you guys watched that ticky-tack shit, I posted on my Instagram. I know you saw it.
Yeah.
But it was ticky-tack as fuck by Booker, and it was like he shouldn't have been thrown out. If he would have been thrown out, it should have been for him grabbing KCP's ankle on some shit.
Do you think, I know LeBron was saying something about Devin Booker being underrated, apologies. And then someone else, Dame Lillard, I think was the other one. I agree with LeBron saying that about Dame Lillard, but what do you think about Devin Booker? Do you think he's underrated, overrated? Because my preference is, personally, I think that he's right where he should be. And, I think Chris Paul's the difference as to why that team's doing so good. I'm not a Devin Booker lover. He's a talent offensively, not too good defensively. But, yeah, what do you guys think?
I mean, there's a reason it hasn't translated into wins. Like, the Suns haven't been a very good organization. Top to bottom, their ownership is bad. Yeah. They've kind of struggled with the head coaching
Last
position.
2 years, they haven't, though.
Yeah, that's where I'm.
They were right there on the cusp last year. Yeah,
for the longest
because Monty
time,
Williams, I think. But anyways,
yeah, but for the longest time, the Suns have been a bad organization, and I don't want to. Just because my personal preferences, I'm with you, Dan. I don't think Devin Booker's that great. I think he's rated perfectly as he should be. There's a reason guys like Luka in their second year in the league are able to take teams to the playoffs and push Clippers to a good run.
With who on the backs of who?
Yeah,
with that team.
With Porzingis, who wasn't even
injured,
who wasn't even
and
healthy
you go
yet.
7-6-7 against the Clips.
That's the difference.
Right.
Damian Lillard has CJ McCollum, who's a horrible defensive player, and he's not really an elite offensive player, but he's really good, right?
He did pretty, yeah.
And a bunch of Nick, what's his guy's name?
God, it's
the big guy, Nurkic,
European Nurkic. He was on Denver. Remember they had Jokic and Nurkic, and then they got rid of Nurkic. Do you remember that, Aaron? That was years ago. Yeah. Anyways, keep going.
But you've had DeAndre Ayton. This is your third year with DeAndre Ayton, a number one overall pick. You've had plenty of people around you. Yeah. And if Devin Booker is this perennial all-star that all these guys claim he is to be, then why are they not ever made the playoffs? Chris Paul shows up and boom, they're second seed. You know why? Because Chris Paul knows how to win. Devin Booker is a volume shooter, a guy who kind of looks like he's out there for himself, and that's my opinion of him.
Aaron seems to disagree. Oh,
Mitch, what do you got?
Yeah, I kind of want to see what Mitch said.
Come on,
he's waiting for us to talk about football.
Okay, he's going to do the football takes.
All right, so
we'll get in there.
I like Booker a lot. He is a volume scorer. I agree with that. But he is pretty efficient with his volume scoring. So it's just he takes a lot of shots. I want him taking the most shots. Mm-hmm. So am I angry that my superstar is taking the most shots? No. To be honest with you, yes, you are absolutely correct with Chris Paul. Chris Paul, the minute he goes anywhere, that team, that organization immediately becomes a winning organization. He knows how to win. He is arguably a top 5 point guard of all time in terms of how you want a point guard to be. You know what I mean? In terms, straight up, Chris Paul is that good. I've talked shit on him, when he was on the Clippers, that they couldn't finish and they were. I remember him choking really bad against OKC in those finals games. And I held that against him a lot. But watching him move around from the Rockets to OKC and now the Suns, he's a winner, man. And the other people around him reflect on it. Last game. Well, against Lakers, he had one made field goal going into the fourth quarter, and they were up by 10. He had 10 assists, though. So like he was facilitating the game, but allowing the players that were killing it to do their thing.
Yeah.
Like Sarkic, for example, killed us last night. And he had a career or like a season high game, and it's because they kept force feeding him like, "Yo, go to work." And I was with that. Like Chris Paul knows how to win. He's just super smart, and that's the reason. And on my take on Devin Booker for that reason is he's not. He's kind of like like a Trae Young. You put him on a bad team, yeah, it'll make him a little bit better, and he'll put up the fucking stats, but I'm not stoked about him. You know what I mean? He had the 70 ball when he put it up, and I was just like, that was in a losing effort if everyone fucking remembers.
Basketball's such a weird sport.
Right now especially, because it's just a lot of padded numbers, but go ahead.
But like Devin, but in that sense, like, am I disrespecting Devin Booker right now? Yeah, LeBron would be hating on me like, oh, you're the hater, bro. Like, yeah, I guess I am, bro. Fuck me. But, like, I like his game. Don't get it twisted. I like his game. He's a top 15, top 20 player in this league. I agree with that. Am I picking him over other people like Luka, like you mentioned? Fuck no, I'm not.
Yeah, Devin Booker. Like,
he's up there. Yeah, I hear you.
The thing about basketball that makes it so, like, unique compared to other sports is not everything is so simply converted into wins, right?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes throws 50 touchdowns, you win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think so.
Well, I mean, like in a season, right?
No.
Yeah. Or Tom Brady is kind of a lot like, he's kind of like almost a basketball player. You don't really know what it is.
Yeah.
But there's something about the way you play the game that makes you win. And basketball's like that. Devin Booker has all the talent in the world. He's such a gifted scorer. His ability to finish at the rim, shooting, dribbling, everything. But for whatever reason, he can't put it together. Basketball's such a unique sport. Like Tom Brady. Like, how the hell did Tom Brady
Would you rather have Devin Booker or Ben Simmons?
Ben.
I would rather have Ben too. Really, truly. I mean, it just
he could probably win Defensive Player of the Year.
But
like, he affects the court so much more than Devin Booker does. Like, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it would depend on like the type of team you have, right?
That's so hard for me.
I mean, because if you got, I would like to line up Devin Booker with Joel over Ben Simmons and Joel.
See, I think Devin Booker and Joel.
Right here. I think Booker's right here.
No, I would like to line them up together as on a team, right?
So if you were to trade Ben Simmons
because
for Devin Booker.
It's like,
yeah, see, I like that too.
That'd be filthy. Imagine the floor spreading, right? Like, that's what I'm talking about.
You got Tobias Harris as a 40% 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
Who's having a hell of a year, by the way.
I really think that's a good trade, Dan. You might have found something.
Yeah, you might have.
I feel like both teams win out of that.
I agree with that too.
You know, I mean, Ben Simmons is probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year, or at least be in the conversation.
Dude, LeBron's going to win Defensive Player of the Year.
He should have won MVP last year.
He should have won. He should win it all.
Exactly.
Fuck.
He should do a lot of things. That's why I think Ben Simmons will win the Defensive Player of the Year. He's always been a great elite defender, all team defense. He's a phenomenal rebounder and passer. He's great at finishing at the rim, but he can't shoot.
Should we like circle back to basketball later and talk a little football? Here's something I want to talk about. I don't know if we did before, but Russell Wilson is talking about the fact that, hey, I didn't request a trade, but if I did request a trade, I would only choose the Saints, right?
Saints,
the Bears,
and the Raiders.
The Bears, Raiders, Cowboys, and
Raiders and the Cowboys.
The Cowboys, Raiders.
That's probably it, bro. There's like
there was 4 teams. Bears. And then
we said the Saints, Raiders, Cowboys.
Was it the Saints? Yeah, Saints, Raiders, Cowboys, Bears.
Bears, yes.
Okay.
Did you hear that he had some?
Now here's Mitch. Here we go.
Yeah,
Come
Mitchell
on,
wants to talk now.
Step on up there, big boy, to the plate.
Let him get it out, Dan.
Come on. Sorry about that. I just getting a little excited. I'm tingly. Okay, go ahead.
He had some deal with he went in there to suggest some kind of solution to having to fixing the offensive line problems.
Yeah.
Basically, he's like, I'm tired of getting hit.
But they shut him up pretty much, and he stormed out pissed off. Did you guys hear anything about that?
I didn't hear
Not
about
at
that,
all.
but I
Not
mean,
at all,
that's what I heard.
JJ Watt just entered the division, so the NFC West has got some nasty nasty passers.
Now we're talking about Lamar Jackson is not happy about getting paid $2 million a year after 3 consecutively playoff appearances and
Is
one
he-
MVP.
is he about
He's
it?
only getting paid $2 million a year, and he wants
this
a new
year
contract.
He wants an extension. Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah,
Which I think is legitimate. I don't know about you guys, but
I do. I'm kind
So
of.
if Mitch, if you're the Seahawks,
yeah.
Yeah,
and
start there.
if you're the Seahawks organization, are you gonna be like, sorry, Russ, come back, or are you thinking about shopping this motherfucker?
I'm thinking about shopping him, dude.
Really?
So, okay, no. You know what Jared Goff said that I think was extremely...
Oh, you're going to take Jared Goff's word, please.
Jared
go
Goff
ahead.
said something extremely
Keep
legitimate.
in mind, Mitchell likes Ryan Tannehill.
Chad
Hey, shut the fuck up.
No, sorry.
Why you say Ryan Tannehill?
Not Ryan Tannehill, but Chad Pennington.
Chad Pennington
Mitchell's
has 2 times
favorite
comeback
quarterback-
player of the year.
2 times. That means
Oh, Lord. We would
All right, hold on,
always...
shut up.
All right.
Jared Goff said something I think I agree with. He said when he got traded to the Lions, he specifically said,
I hate Detroit.
No, yeah, that probably.
It's cold as shit out here in the
My
winter.
balls are cold.
He said, if you don't want me on the team, the feeling is mutual. I feel like if that is the owner's case, then if you want to be on the team.
Okay, yeah, but
Then
do you
I'm
feel
gonna
like
chop
Russ
you and I'm
doesn't
gonna
be
trade
on?
you.
Do you feel like Russ doesn't want to be on a team?
If he storms out
Bro.
of a meeting,
Because he
Deshaun
wants to be
Watson
protected. This motherfucker is in the division with Aaron
you
Donald.
get paid $35 million a year. Everyone
Bro,
else gets
I'm
scraps.
trying to win you a Super Bowl.
You walk around the locker room,
Trying to
and
win you a Super
everyone
Bowl.
else gets scraps while you're collecting $35 million
you
a
know,
year.
I was
Bro,
gonna
them scraps, you're welcome.
know,
Don't get me wrong. I would take those scraps.
Hey,
but-
this is where I'm at.
You guys
I
are
kinda
wild
wa-
as shit right now,
I
Mo.
was kind of on board with like fuck Jared Goff, but also
I didn't say anything positive about Jared Goff.
But
I'm
like,
just saying I agree with him when he said that
But
the
like
feeling is
what
mutual when you don't
changed
want
my
to
mind about with what you said
Yeah.
is like, how is Russell Wilson going to get $35 million a year, walk around and bitch at the like $35 million a year is like a fifth of the salary cap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's-
Everyone
you're
else
taking
is
up
And by the
everything.
way, the most important position is the left tackle, and I don't get to pay him.
Yeah, you can't pay the left tackle. That's like Patrick Mahomes. Like that's a sick deal, but like Tyreek
Who's the
Hill's out.
tackle that Tampa got in the draft this last
Tristan
year?
Wirfs.
Wirfs.
He's fucking good.
Do you remember talking about him? I remember talking about him. I'm like, that guy is arguably one of the best linemen I've ever seen.
Well,
He's nasty.
guys, that's what we're talking about, though, right? Like, hey, a fifth of the salary cap, sure, for Russell Wilson, but do a better job drafting dudes. That's all he's asking for. Why don't you draft an O lineman that's going to be very underpriced in the first round? So,
You need 5 of them, dude. And when you have 5 offensive,
well, motherfucker,
you
they
need
got
5.
they got
And then-
0 of them.
Okay, and
all
you
right,
need-
so
and you
shush.
Need, and you need defensive line. That's 4. You can't just get an offensive lineman early every year.
I think right now-
you have to. That's how drafting is such a hard thing to do.
I hear you.
Drafting is so difficult.
Another with this, so I wanted to just go back to Mitch.
All right, Mitch. Your time,
Again,
big
if
boy.
you're the Seahawks, you said you were shopping them, right?
would shop
That's
them,
what you
yeah.
were shopping them.
Yeah.
Where would you shop them to, and what would you take in return? Would you take just a list of draft picks, or do you need players in return? You're talking about a franchise quarterback, but not just a franchise quarterback, a top 5
Yeah.
for the next 10 fucking years.
At
So
32, he's 10 years.
Yeah, Tom
You-
Brady's
okay,
43
yeah,
and
yeah,
won a
but-
Super Bowl. And Russell
Thank
Wilson's
you.
a guy who takes
Not-
care
Thank
of
you.
himself.
Yeah, but Drew
Did
Brees-
Aaron Rodgers
Drew
just not
Brees
win
is-
an MVP?
Drew Brees is 41 years old. He's going to retire. Aaron Rodgers won't
Aaron-
play past
dude.
42. I'm just saying 10
But-
years is a little bit of a stretch.
I'll take Drew Brees
But-
over a lot of guys this year, right?
Really?
yeah,
I
this year.
wouldn't. No.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay, but last year. Okay, go on with the fucking question.
Who are you taking Russ for, bruh?
If I like the pick, if I'm the owner, if I like the pick, if I like the trade, then I want the trade.
But, like,
that's
what do you
cute,
want?
but
2
what
first
does
round
it look
picks.
like?
No, but all right, look at
Okay,
this.
okay, okay.
Hold on. No, Mitchell, take the.
Yeah.
I'm going to set
Yeah,
this
yeah.
up for you. You're the Seahawks GM,
Got it. GM, that's what I meant.
the guy who trades, right?
Yeah, no, I got
okay.
it. I said
Bobby
it.
Wagner's 30,
Yeah. He's not only 30. He's like 30 and is like
but Bobby
32,
Wagner's
33.
old in
Yeah.
football standards, right?
that's what I'm
Jamal
saying.
Adams, you spent a shit ton of capital on him.
Stupid move, yeah.
Jadavion's out. Fucking. All your guys are. You have no corners. You have no defensive line. You have Metcalf, who's on a rookie deal. When you and Pete Carroll's 82 years old, he's the oldest coach in the NFL.
82?
Yeah,
Which is crazy.
72.
Isn't that crazy? He's got a lot of fire, bro.
He's
I love-
he's the oldest coach in the league.
Dude, I've met him, by the way.
That's pretty cool. Like, what? You're the GM's coach.
I
Okay,
would like to hear that story.
Pete Carroll has an extension. He's locked in. You want to trade Russell Wilson and start over?
Fuck no.
No, like that's what I'm saying. Like,
How
sure,
much-
give me Deshaun Watson.
Do you guys know how much dead cap money they would owe Russell Wilson if they traded him?
I'm sure. I think he just
A
signed an
lot.
extension, but I think
Didn't
most of the
Carson Wentz's trade is the most dead cap money to a team in NFL history, and it was like something like $22 million.
That's ridiculous.
Like, you know that? Did you know that?
I like
like
Carson
they're
Wentz too.
paying him to go play in Indy.
Well, the
That's how
Rams-
much you
Mitch,
suck.
you like Carson Wentz,
like
but
Carson
you don't
Wentz.
like Russell Wilson?
I love Russell Wilson. I'm just saying
Apparently
my
not.
previous point was
Your
Jared
pre-
Goff, and I
No,
agree with it.
your previous point is,
What's
hey,
my
Yeah,
previous
tell Mitchell.
what's my previous point, Dan?
No, it's very different when the organization says, I don't want you, and then you as the player say, well, fuck you, I don't want you too. But this is a situation where the player is demanding that you get better, not I don't want you.
I'd be like, okay,
right?
take a salary cut, and I'll go get fucking the left tackle out of San Francisco.
I'm just saying
That's the
Russ-
part that pisses me off. You want to bitch at me? I gave you what you want. I gave you all the money in the world.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, what do you? I can't afford a left tackle. I can't go sign Trent Williams from San Francisco. I can't afford to give him $40 million over 2 years. I can't go get J.J. Watt. I can't give him $31 million, dude.
Yeah.
I'm giving all my money to you. So storm out all you want, you big fucking baby. I got a contract signed with you. You're playing. You're 32. You want to waste 3 years of your life while you're under contract? Good luck. You're here, bud. And we're trying to improve the team. I feel you. I understand.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
But like Russell Wilson, what do you want? Like,
I'm Amish.
Do you guys think Deshaun Watson's going to play for the Texans next year?
he's making it very clear that he doesn't want to. Hey,
I mean,
Priscilla.
I don't discredit Russ for what he's doing more than I discredit Deshaun. You know what I mean? I mean, he's the one that accepted 2 years fully guaranteed in advance. Like you mentioned, what happened?
The leg up bump. We're good though.
I'm looking
just-
back
your
at Chris.
eyes
I'm
got
waiting for
very
Chris's
big.
reaction right
I
now.
got so scared. Chris, are we
No,
okay?
Chris is shaking his
Oh
head.
Lord, we got a crazy dog in here. No, but like Russ hasn't said anything where he's like, look, like here's the deal. I got a no trade clause. Like I don't want to be traded, but if I was, these are the 5 teams and made it public. And I don't think that's him bitching, but like he does need protection, bro.
That doesn't look
That
good,
is a
dude.
filthy-
We bitch about a lot of players, and like
Hey.
you were bitching about Deshaun, and we're not going to bitch
I'm
about
keeping
Russell.
it real. I was keeping it real. I was bad on Russell too. I didn't
Like fuck Russell for this, bro. Be honest with you. I'm with you too. I fuck Russell for this. I agree with
Hey,
it.
but that's a disgusting defensive line. Like he's got those defenses, bro. The Cardinals defense is nasty. You got the Rams, and you got the Niners where Nick
You
Bosa
got
gets
Nick
healthy.
Bosa, Arik Armstead, Aaron Donald,
that's the
J.J.
best
Watt,
defense.
Chandler Jones, 6
Oh.
games a year.
Bro, that's why he gets sacked so damn
6
much.
games.
That sucks.
I mean, I love Russ. Do I think he holds on to the ball too much? Yeah, I think we all think that, right?
Yeah.
But
Got a beautiful
I mean-
long arm though.
oh
Got a
my god,
beautiful
He's got that
ball.
moon ball.
He's got
God,
the best,
gorgeous.
the best touch pass deep ball. Anyways, go ahead, Travis.
Well, real quick,
I got to
like,
pee soon. So
I
just
think
wanna
that
let you
Russell
guys know.
Wilson, I think the intent was to put a little pressure on the organization. I
Sure,
don't think he
perfect.
actually wants out.
Yeah, we mad about that?
Like he's not like Deshaun Watson's deleting all his shit and saying, I want out, I'm over, I'm never coming back. Russell Wilson's like, oh, just in case I was traded, these are the teams I wanted to. I'm unhappy with the offensive line situation. What are you going to do about it? You know, winking and shit. Like, we get it, dude. I think that he's just trying to put a little pressure on it. And I think that they will address it in the draft. There's some second-round guards you can get. There's a few low-level left tackles you can get in the free agency. There's some things that you can do, and I think that they're going to do it. And I'm okay with that. But the Deshaun Watson situation, I remember if you asked that, he ain't going back.
Yeah, I asked.
Where's
that. I don't think
Deshaun
he's
going?
back either.
We've probably talked about this many times, but where's
But
Deshaun
it's a
going?
hot-
I think
topic.
bold move. I think he gets straight to the Dolphins, then Tua goes to the Texans.
I don't think the Dolphins are
I
ready to
hate.
move
Tua.
off
I
him.
don't like.
That would be outstanding.
Tua
for
seems
the
like
Dolphins.
a great kid, but like I don't like his game at all.
If I'm the Dolphins, I'd do that 10 out of 10 times.
Of
too. I would
course.
absolutely do that.
I bet-
However, if I'm Deshaun Watson, I would say a big fuck you to that organization. I know what you're saying.
To who? To who? To
the Texans
Well,
organization.
he is saying big.
I
fuck
know,
you.
No,
but
which is
he's
fine.
also backed the organization up saying like, I'm paying you $35 million. You better do something for me. Have you not?
No, yeah.
So Travis, I'm just on board. With, like I'm just rebuttaling off that. With that being said, yes, you're paying me $35 million. I signed a contract. You're reaching your agreement. You're paying me, right?
Yeah.
I should play. In my opinion, I would not hold out if I was Deshaun Watson. I'm playing my team, but I would fucking be very adamant and talk every single week and take every single fine that's coming to me and saying, fuck this organization, and by the way, fuck this organization. Because it is, bro. Like, it's been terrible. They didn't acknowledge him in terms of any GM or head coach signings.
Yeah.
They got rid of the number one wide receiver in Deshaun Watson. Now you got rid of the best player that you could have had in J.J. Watt. They are imploding, and you have a rookie sensation, not rookie, but a young sensation quarterback who is going to be good for the next 10 to
years.
15.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be comparable to fucking... What's our fucking
And
Mahomes?
he-
He's gonna be the top guy for a very long time.
All right, here's a question.
And they have it this year, so that's $35 million. So I don't say he holds out, and I don't agree with him holding out, because as a player at heart too, you should play if you're being told to play, and I agree with that. However, I would be so vocal that you would have to trade me, and he's done his pretty good job at that.
Yeah, I think it's a simple fix. You say, I'm going to play. I'm going to show up at every single interview. I'm going to let everybody know that I do not want to be here.
Yep.
I'm
Exactly.
going to show up.
I
I'm going
would-
to show respect to my
exactly.
teammates. I'm going to earn my money. But I'm going to make, if you don't
Fuck
trade me,
this
I am
sport.
going
Okay.
to create a toxic environment.
Just the
Like, I am going
the petty
to do that.
game, huh? Just
Yeah.
who could be
Oh,
more
I'd
petty?
be petty as fuck.
Who's more petty?
He has a right to do that. He
I'll
has a
play
right
because
to
I'm
do
a
that.
player. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like people,
Yeah,
like
you're paying
Kobe
me to
played
play. You're
when
paying
there
me
were
to play.
17 wins. You play, players play.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and I think he will. I don't think he's one of those players that players play. That's why you like him so much.
Yeah.
So I don't think he holds out like fucking a lot of running backs do. as a quarterback, I don't think he does at all. I think he plays. I am maybe
Do
alone
you
on
think he gets traded, though?
I think.
Fuck yeah, he gets traded.
Well, I've heard that there are
it.
already 2 teams that have offered entire 7-round drafts, like 2 entire 7-round drafts.
I heard the Texans weren't picking up calls. Like they were not like they don't want.
Yeah,
do you think it's weird that like J.J. Watt was able to just very nice and smoothly get out of the Houston organization? He wanted out, right? We all know that. He said, "I want out." You guys are.
Yeah, but that's
Circumstances are
different though. That's a
Circumstances are
32-year-old pass rusher who's injury prone. That's different from a 25-year-old quarterback that you want to be your franchise.
You're going to get 2 more years out of J.J.
I feel
Watt.
you. I'm just saying.
0 dead cap hit. 0 to let him walk.
Well,
there's nothing.
why is the media just praising old boy and like there's nothing wrong with that? Like he said he wanted out.
The situation's different.
The situation's different. J.J. Watt is at the end of a contract. Guaranteed money is over. He's at the end of his career. He has 2 to 3 years left. He wants to go play for a contender. He gave 10 years of his heart and soul.
Contender.
Okay, it's the Cardinals. But
I know.
I know. That's
It's
stupid.
like, bro,
They're
you
pretty
had.
good. I mean,
Arizona's not bad.
yeah, they're not bad.
I kind of like their
I love Kyler Murray.
I love Chandler Jones.
Let's
I
not
love that
Jones,
dude,
we're
Buda
talking-
Baker.
Okay, but
We're
like,
talking about
I don't
something.
like
Reel it in. Reel
my
it in.
point is,
You don't
my
like
point
Buda
is-
Baker.
Is
Me,
JJ
he's okay.
It's completely
Big
different
shout out to
situations.
Dalton. He went to school with Buda Baker, by the way, just so you guys know. But go ahead. Trav.
Oh, big shout out, Dalton. Where's my tequila?
Deshaun Watson.
Hey.
Deshaun Watson got
Dalton's
guaranteed
listening
money.
live
Hold on.
right now.
Okay, good for Dalton.
Go ahead.
Deshaun Watson has all this guaranteed money already paid to him. He's going to be a huge dead cap hit. He hasn't even started his extension. If Deshaun Watson was 32 years old on the heavy decline and was in the Houston Texans were nowhere. Like the thing with
So
JJ
you're
Watt,
saying that they were just glad. They're like, hey, you're on your decline anyways. We owe you a lot of money. Like, yes, please get out. Basically.
Yeah, it's a mutual thing. Like we have to pay you a shit ton of money.
We're
We're
good.
already pushing the cap. Like, there's no benefit of you being here because we're not going to compete the next 2 years. We're probably shipping out our quarterback. It's cool, man. Thanks for your service. You love us. We love you. Let's go have fun. We're good. Because what help is J.J. Watt going to be for the next 2 years? Absolutely nothing.
Well, dog.
Are Texans going to win
but
a Super Bowl?
Travis, if you're shitty, well, then why do we got to keep Deshaun too?
Because
you said
his
we're probably
quarterbacks are
shipping
hard
out our
to find.
quarterback. I get it, but like you're shitty, so like why spend the money on him too, right?
Because
You
if
just
You
said-
have a franchise quarterback. That's where you want to start when you're rebuilding a team.
got a
It's
friend.
young-
Even
it's a
if
young
you have one
quarterback.
position,
Even if
it's
I
a
have a
young
franchise quarterback
But,
that's 5 years
dude.
in his career, I'll still take that franchise quarterback. I'm taking Ryan Tannehill right now, and I'm hyped about it. You
he's
feel
what,
me?
30?
But why not deal him
Just
for
saying.
draft picks? Because like, what's a franchise
I would
quarterback
do it.
without
Oh, I'm not-
offensive line, without receivers, without defense, without fucking everything, without special teams,
Dude,
without
if
a
I'm
coach,
if I'm the
without a good
Texans,
GM?
if I'm the Texans, I'd get the most draft picks. I'm with you, bro. Give me.
coulda happened
You have a
yesterday.
new GM. I'm gonna give you a chance to start over. I'm literally trading my franchise fucking quarterback. Here is a slew of draft picks. Make me a contender.
I kind of think that
He wants out, so I agree. He wants out.
I kind of think that that's why they did it. I think they know they're inevitably going to trade Deshaun. I think they know that. So that's kind of why they did the JJ thing.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Well, yeah. I mean,
And the
duh, I could have
situations are
told you that
different.
enough
That's
before the season happened.
no, but I feel you. I get it. It kind of seems like, well, how come this is like that, but that's like this? But there's a lot of situations like Von Miller. He's probably going to get cut. He's 30 years old. He's going to get released because they need to save money, and they're a rebuilding team, so there's no point in holding on to a 30-year-old guy.
Did they get rid of Drew Lock? Because they probably should, right?
They'll probably give him another year, I think.
He's not good.
I know this is random. I was hanging out with some guys on Sunday that went to school with Tim Patrick. Do you know who Tim Patrick is?
Is he a corner?
No, he's a wide receiver for the Denver Broncos.
Exact opposite copy. Okay, go ahead.
But he's like a wide receiver. Like
Perfect.
he's
Okay,
a
go.
wide receiver like 3 or 4 or whatever. But anyways, they went to him. I just had to give him a shout. He had like that 3 touchdown game against KC. Remember that like week 12 or some shit? No, nothing.
Nothing's coming
He
up.
had 700 yards and 6 touchdowns this year, which is very
cool.
respectable for a receiver. But Drew Lock was thrown to his ass. So fuck me. Just random. I just had to throw it out there. I had these guys subscribe.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Showed him my shit over the weekend, drinking and shit. I'm like, hey,
Tim
what's up?
Patrick is a subscriber to our
No,
pod-
not Tim Patrick. Take fucking easy. Friends
That's
of
what
Tim
I-
Patrick. They just mentioned
I thought
him.
you said Tim Patrick
Well,
too.
fuck me. They mentioned they're like, yo, I went to school with them and we're
Oh,
just talking
sick,
and they're like,
Well, that's dope though.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
fuck
we're
me,
not
dude.
going to throw shade. We appreciate all the subscribers.
All right, first things first. I want to go around and ask who we think Deshaun Watson will go to.
Okay.
And then I want to go around and I want us to sit there and tell what we think the most you would give up for that team that you said in the earlier question would give up for Deshaun. Do we all got that?
I'm going to go dead last because I got to pee.
Cool.
Okay, but I'm going to hear everything.
I'll go first. If I think the team that's most likely to actually do it is the
You all right?
Daniel's
struggling. This freaking guy.
Daniel's knocking everything over.
The team that I think would most likely trade for him is the Jets. The Jets have what, the second pick?
Yes.
The Jets have the second pick in the draft. They have multiple first rounds in the next couple of years as well. They have the most draft capital to release. They also have a pretty big fan base. Like, there's a lot of desire to come to New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like with any big market team. So like there is some desire to do that. I don't think that's on Deshaun's list, right?
It is. It was.
Jets were, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
It was like the Dolphins, Jets.
There was like 8 teams.
And the Raiders, I think it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
in that AFC West, you know what I mean? You're going to be
Imagine that.
You're
Wild,
going
the
to be
AFC West of Denver got.
You're going to be fighting against Josh Allen for the next few years, but like that's a fun dude. There's a lot of things that's positive that can come out of that. I like the Jets. I like the Jets with trading a lot of first rounders. I don't know exactly. Obviously, this year's number 2 pick, next year's first round pick,
and Sam Darnold
maybe even Sam Darnold. So you have someone to you can fuck around, and he's a young quarterback, maybe in a wrong situation. So perfect. So I would trade this year's first round pick, next year's first round pick, and maybe another third round pick in the third year, and Sam Darnold, and he is absolutely worth that much.
He is.
I think you'll have to go for more. I think if Jared Goff got traded 2 first-round picks to make go away, I think a guy like Deshaun Watson is going to take 3 to 4 firsts in like a couple seconds. I think it's going to be.
I said what I said. I said 2 firsts, Sam Darnold, and a third.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty comparable.
It's close, but I mean, what I'm looking at is, I think that.
Are you saying Jets too? Then
no, I'm not going to take the Jets.
Okay.
But I do think that Denver is going to make a hard push. John Elway has struggled very hard finding a quarterback. He managed to convince Peyton Manning to go to Denver.
Damn.
John Elway, I think, would pay up. And they have a good, solid team, right? They have a good few all-pro secondary guys. They have a good D-line. And not to mention they have Jerry Jeudy and that other wide receiver I can't think of, Court Sutton or something like that. And Tim Patrick. And they have Noah Fant. They have a good run. Like, I think Denver's the place. And I think John Elway would be willing to part ways with the next 3 first-round picks and maybe 2 seconds and a fourth.
And Drew.
Like that. And Drew.
Because he has not had luck picking a quarterback.
You can't.
So
what's the point? Yeah, like you want to keep on your first-round draft picks. You go get another Paxton Lynch.
Right.
Like, grow up, dude.
Bro, really bad.
That's what I was thinking of too. That guy played like 3 games.
Yeah, then Paxton Lynch. He's 6'7", could throw it 80 yards.
So Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, Brock Osweiler. Remember him? Peyton Manning could throw it 10 yards and he got benched for it. But I think Denver and I think the AFC West would be awesome.
I like Derek Carr.
Too. Derek Carr, those 4 quarterbacks. Just man.
Derek Carr's getting traded.
We've been saying that for years, though. I feel like.
What do you think is happening to your boy?
I thought he did fine.
He's starting for the Raiders next year.
So?
Watch. I promise you, bro. I think Derek Carr gets traded.
I think Mariota will get traded.
I think he should
I think Mariota gets traded too.
I think he should go to the Patriots.
I think Mariota goes to Washington, fucks around.
Really quick though, I think
quarterback competition. But same question to you about Deshaun. Ultimately, where do you think he goes? Mitch, we got your opinion on because we asked you first.
I think he goes to the Dolphins for like 2 rounds picks and Tua. But yeah.
I said the Jets. I was saying Jets.
Yeah,
I
think that's fair too.
But
he wants out, which is already one thing.
I said the Jets with this year,
Tua.
next year, 3rd round, and Sam Darnold.
But you guys, look Jamal Adams, a safety, went for 2 first-round picks.
Wait, one was for 1.
No, Jamal Adams got traded for 2 first-round picks.
Wow.
Okay,
that's filthy.
That's a safety. Jalen Ramsey got traded for 2 first-round picks as a corner.
Who said that was a good
Deshaun's
trade?
going for like 4. Like you're not getting 2 first-round picks for a 25-year-old All-Pro quarterback. You're not. It's gonna be a lot, bro. Like this is gonna be
who and where, Daniel?
And Jared Goff 2 first-round picks and for what's his name?
Yeah, look how that turned out.
Well, conditional.
No. Matt Stafford. Like
first and second.
The Rams got it. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. There's so much.
It's like conditional first though for.
That's Carson.
Oh really?
Yeah, Carson Wentz just trash, and he got a 1st and a 2nd-round pick for him.
I think I like the Dolphins idea. You know, I really do. I can't think of anybody else who would.
Do you think the Dolphins need more though than, or the Texans need more than 2 first rounders and Tua?
Dude, you know what hurts the Texans is the fact that he's vocalized so heavily, like he wants out. You know what I mean? Like that.
I love that.
That hinders you as an organization, and so like,
It's big.
Hey, you know what? Look, here's the
You know
deal.
what hinders you as an organization? Trading Deshaun or fucking Deshaun
For a second-round pick.
For a second-round fucking pick.
Oh, absolutely.
That hinders you as an organization.
Jalen Ramsey went for 2 first-round picks. And Deshaun Watson went for a second.
That won't happen. That won't happen. But, like, I can promise you the reason a deal's not getting done as far as the trade goes is because the Dolphins are hitting them up, right? And they're saying, hey, we'll give you Tua and, like, 2 firsts. And they're like, nah, we're good on that. And they say, okay, well, we'll just wait and just keep letting Deshaun talk shit. And, like, you know what I'm saying? And so, therefore...
and then New York's going to be like, okay, we'll give you 3 first-round picks and Sam Darnold. And then Houston, and then Miami's like, oh, shit, now I got to give up 4. Like, it's how it works. I think that it actually helps the organization.
I think the Jets.
Because
the Jets have a lot of stuff
they have 2
could
first-round
give
picks
up,
this year and next
year.
They have a ton of shit.
I would really love the Jets to get them, too. I like the Dolphins' defense, though. I do. I think if they had Deshaun...
If they got Deshaun, they would be instantly a top 6 team.
Right. And then Robert Salah, I love him on the Jets. Like, those 2 teams, I'd love to see him go to both. Because the Jets is a big market, bro. You know, they're dope. The Dolphins haven't had a good quarterback since Dan Marino, literally, right? I mean, Tannehill's good, though, Aaron. Respect on that. I love Tanny.
He was injured all the time with the Dolphins.
Yeah, he had mediocre talent around
shitty
him too.
Organization, though, as far as what they got going on, coaching, things like that. But go ahead, Travis.
You know what I think a good... I know this probably won't ever happen. I know it's a little bit...
Curveball? Come on, give it to me.
A curveball, though. What if New York calls up Houston, right? What is Houston's biggest problems? They don't have picks and their salary cap is hurt. They just traded a first-round pick for Laramie Tunsil, who's also a $20 million cap hit or something like that because they paid him out. The Jets have rookie left tackle Mekhi Becton, who's 21 years old.
Filthy, but he gets hurt a lot too, though.
Yeah, but why don't you call up Houston and be like, listen, we'll swap tackles. That way we have a left tackle who's 26 and gets money. We have salary cap space. You have a left tackle who's young and has no money getting paid to him. We'll give you 2 years' worth of first-round picks, which is 4. 4 first-round picks in the next 2 years and a 21-year-old left tackle for Deshaun. And you also get
too much.
No, but you get
Larry
Tunsil. Way too much.
Dude, you guys, he's not going for less than 4 first-round picks. Call me when it happens and let me know if I'm wrong.
This Deshaun Watson trade is going to be arguably one of the craziest trades we all.
It will. It's going to be insane. It's not going to be 2 first-round picks. It's going to be a lot.
I think it is going to be a
4.
Yeah, I think
that's
4.
wild to even think about because like even what I said was wild to me. 2 first rounds this year with one of the picks being number 2. You know what I mean? This is not just like a first-round pick with the number 20th pick. This is the number 2 overall pick in the draft this year. You know what I mean? And there's no guarantee that it's going to be like next year is going to be great anyway. I'll probably be a top 10 pick next year too. And a 3rd round. And Sam Darnold that I drafted 2 years ago in the 1st round who was just in a bad organization going to a war-torn organization, the Texans. But at least you got a young quarterback that you can fucking work with. Throwing to Brandon Cooks. You just re-signed David Johnson. So the Jets, in my opinion, works too much. Miami, I'd be content with if I was Miami. I'm young. My defense is really good. We have Xavier Howard as a corner, who's a fucking defense player of the year candidate. Defense, I love it. If I'm Miami, I'd play hardball. I'd play hardball like motherfuckers saying like, yo, I'm gonna stand pat if you do. I just don't want the Jets deal. I'm gonna stand pat because I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm just doing this just to see if I can do this instantly. But I'm good.
I agree with that because Tua probably. I mean, he'll come into his own and be okay, serviceable. You know what I mean? Like. They have the defense for that. He did that in Alabama. You know what I mean? Short game. He was a good default.
He looked mediocre last year.
Yeah, he was very. He was.
I'm not hyped on.
I understand. There was no flashes, but like, just let him develop, bro. He did this in Alabama. Like, granted, he had 2 of the receivers that are killing in the NFL right now,
and he's going to have 2 first-round receivers this year, and Devontae Smith, who won the Heisman on the team last year, and Jalen Waddle.
Doesn't Miami have a high pick this year too?
Yeah,
Miami is a 3rd overall pick.
Yeah,
that's fucking nuts.
Yeah, from Houston, and they should trade it back to Houston for Deshaun Watson.
They can hook it up.
Like, give me that back.
Can I have that back, please?
Yeah, fuck it, dude. And in Houston, you have the number 3 overall pick. Go get Zach Wilson, right? I don't know. Ask
Mac Jones. I get Mac Jones over Zach Wilson.
I like Mac Jones over. I'm with you.
You guys like Mac Jones?
I love Mac Jones.
Mac Jones would
Why?
be awful.
Oh, God.
I like Mac Jones.
Can we talk about that? Let's talk about
that.
Let's
talk about these quarterbacks.
What? Okay, Trevor Lawrence.
Really quick. Mac Jones. Oh, yeah, the quarterback's in the draft right now.
You don't like Mac Jones?
No, because he runs a fucking 6-second 40, bro. He's
so
the
does
slowest.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I understand.
All right, well, you want to compare him to Tom Brady?
Age, that's, no.
Tom Brady is the
done.
outlier.
That is done nowadays, bro. Like, he's not a quick, he has a great
done
deep ball.
nowadays? Buccaneers just won a Super Bowl.
Okay, guys.
With
Alabama,
the best O-line,
guys.
the best receivers, and the best defense in the NFL, dog. What are we talking about?
Alex Leatherwood, the left tackle, will be a first-round draft pick this year. Devontae Smith, the left guard, will be a second-round draft pick this year.
Devontae Smith is the receiver that won the Heisman.
Devontae Brown, sorry. At the center, Landon Dickerson will be a second-round pick. They have first-round draft picks across the board. They have 2 first-round draft pick wide receivers. They have a first-round draft pick running back. This team has been stacked and is always stacked. This is why Tua is not going to be good in the NFL, because he was surrounded by first-round draft pick talent. Mac Jones had nothing in front of him. His left guard had not given up a sack in 3 years starting.
Facts.
Like I'm saying, like Mac Jones, yeah, he can throw a beautiful ball.
Have you seen Mac Jones highlights, bro?
Oh, no, his deep ball, they say his deep ball is the best, and I've seen it with my own
because
eyeballs.
he has all the time in the world.
I know. It's like, it's looking at, dude, Tua was gaudy, bro. Like,
Come on, I'm going to the NFL, and I have good linemen in the NFL. Do I not? Come on, guys.
but
no.
I get it.
Aaron.
Fuck me, bro.
Hey, Tua was the GOAT.
Are
right?
you saying Zach Wilson's better than him then?
Yeah, I think so.
You know
I
what
really think he'll have a better NFL career. I do, bro. I really do.
Do you know what I think out of all the young quarterbacks outside of Trevor Lawrence? Have you guys watched Trey Lance at all?
Yeah.
Dude is
Stanford,
nice.
right?
No, he's from North Dakota State.
Disregard, yeah.
Bro, he's athletic.
He didn't even play in their bowl game, right? That just happened a couple weeks ago.
I kind of like him more than I like all those other guys. I really, really like him. But for whatever reason,
Zach
I'm
Wilson.
not good at, quarterbacks.
Apparently Trevor Lawrence is pretty good, though. Huh?
I hated Justin
Yeah.
Herbert, too. So maybe Mac
so.
Jones is going to be great.
Okay. That's enough of that, I guess.
Yeah, we're good on that. So what? And if we want to circle back to NBA, do you want to play a game?
NBA, then a game.
Okay.
Do we have a fun game lined up?
We can do the numbers game. We can always do that.
Sure.
We didn't do it last time. We said we would.
No, we literally did it last time. That's exactly
Did we?
what we did. Yep.
I
was god awful. I think I went 0 for 12.
Oh, okay. I thought we didn't do it.
What's
We
the
just said-
game?
It's the one where Daniel we see at NBA or NFL.
You know what's
MLB
funny?
or something.
Someone else just played a game. Oh, Shaq. They just did this on NBA TNT. They did a game exactly like our game.
Really?
Because they know, like, you know how we know you don't know the numbers?
Yeah.
They know Shaq doesn't know the first names of players.
Perfect.
So what? They just picked random players and be like, "What's this guy's first name?"
That's exactly what
I think
they
I've
do.
seen something like
That's
that.
exactly what they did, and it was fucking
like-
hilarious. It was fucking hilarious.
That's perfect. Sounds like me. Anyway.
Like, what was like a good example? Like, they asked like, what's Siakam's last name or first name? He had no idea. He was like, I don't know what he asked, but it was like, no, it's Pascal, and he had no fucking idea.
No way, bro.
So like
What?
that's like it was pretty funny, and this is Shaq on
Yeah.
TNT. Like, bro,
Yeah. Making millions doing this damn
what
thing.
you doing? This is a bad look.
Did you see that thing where Candace Parker kind of put it on Shaq?
Dude, I watched that live. I was watching it and I was like, damn, she's got a point. Because
Well,
Shaq was kind of
tell
being
me,
old
tell
school,
me.
bro.
Yeah, those old school guys think
So-
they know the game so much. I'm like, no, Shaq, you can't just roll to the rim. Like,
Yeah, like Shaq was just saying, like, dude, pick and
I
rolls,
love
like you
Shaq.
should do one thing, roll to the rim, and fucking like you're a 7-footer, get down low. And then he's also at the same time in the same breath praising Jokic for like being able to step out and fucking being able to pass as good as he has, and Joel having so much in his repertoire in terms of offensive abilities, being able to have a step back game and also the post game that not comparable to Shaq, but you get my point.
Yeah.
And what was funny is Candace Parker, she just literally won Defensive Player of the Year last year in the WNBA. She's moving from the LA Sparks, depressing because she was she's an LA legend. She's arguably one of the best WNBA players ever play. But she was also in WA, but she's also a commentator and she's damn good at it. And she straight up was like, yo, like there's pick and pops now. And that's not rocket science. But he's like, when we do these pick and pops, he was saying like everyone just switches nowadays. Mm-hmm. Which Shaq is not wrong, but when Candace says like the reason for the switching and like the amount of switching, it was just like
she's like people shoot, everybody shoots 40%.
Like everyone
from
shoots,
three.
and like Shaq was just like when I did it, I won championships.
He's
And
like,
it
yeah,
was
Dwayne,
like-
we won a title, right? I'm like, dude, it's a different league,
Like, bro, like Shaq, I love you, bro. It's like, but you got to also realize that fucking the game evolves a little bit. And I know he does realize it, but like straight up, Candace Parker bodied his ass, bro.
Yeah,
And it was pretty entertaining.
It's just a lot of these old heads, man. It just bugs me, man. Like, you have to understand how different the game is. You guys know better than I do. I feel like that's what bothers them so much, and that's why they kind of make so many comments. Their ego gets hurt.
Why do you think this is kind of a good discussion? Why do you think old heads and then like old or newer people or people who are newer to basketball are watching the NBA in terms of like, either get to the basket or shoot a 3-pointer, you know what I mean, in terms of efficiency. What do you think that's been the biggest difference, and why do you think old heads are taking it to up the ass in a fucking way? Or, they're taking it like, they're wearing it on their sleeves. Why do you think that's the reason?
Well, I guess for me, I think a lot of it is like they're realizing that statistic-wise, it's a more efficient game.
It is. It is.
It's a more efficient game. It's not as beautiful.
It's not.
Because the way that basketball used to work was like, right, ISO and post, ISO and post. ISOs are great. Posts are not great. I don't like watching post game. It's boring. Unless you have a Hakeem Olajuwon or a Shaq who's dunking on guys' heads. It really don't do it. So the game, I think,
like the Grizzlies back in the day, or like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, the Mike Conley.
Yeah, it was Zach Randolph and shit. Yeah,
and Marc Gasol. That was ugly as fuck to watch.
It was ugly,
but they were number one defense, and they would slow the game down. They would average 90, and they would also only allow 85, kind of shit.
I just hated watching those games. I'm like, oh god.
But dude, the Kobe and Shaq games. I mean, like we were young watching them.
Yeah,
I've watched
Shaq
full
would
games.
Turn around and pipe it on your head, man.
That's what was the difference. That's like
and
why
Kobe was just pulling up, being ignorant in your face too. Like as far as mid range.
Yeah, and what it was is like if Shaq's down low, got double teamed or triple teamed, and he had to give it out to Kobe. Kobe would be like, dribble once or twice, and there's only 5 seconds on the fucking shot clock. Better put this bitch up. And he's the perfect impossible shot maker, so it was entertainment either way. So we were lucky. But
what do you think, Dan?
What do you think, Dan? Why do you think old heads take it to heart so much when they compare to the old NBA to the new NBA?
Like you guys said, you hit on everything. I mean, it's just faster, right? Like, I mean, you look at the Suns from back in the day. And
why do you think it bothers them so much? Because I hear it quite often, right? Like, it seems like it's an every week thing. Like, it's fucking annoying at this point.
Seems like I think it's something they can't disprove by saying it.
Yeah, there's nothing.
What are they supposed to say? Like, we played this game this way.
I think the refs have a big part of it. That's what I was going to say. But I want to hear what Daniel says.
For 45 minutes, we can get into that. But
yeah, it's a different game. Like, it is a little softer. Nothing crazy. I mean, yeah, pretty crazy. It's a little softer too, for sure. I just think that, you breathe on a dude and it's a foul, and like they probably just don't like that. It's quicker, so there's more buckets being scored overall. Statistics look insane. Like everybody's a 20-point per game scorer.
I just saw a thing this week that like last year in 2018 or 2018 to 2019, there was 24 people that scored 20 points or more in the NBA. This year, there's 42.
Damn. You see what I'm saying? So that's like 18 more
people.
How many teams are in the league? Like 25?
30. Are you shitting me?
You don't know how many teams are in the league?
I don't even know. I don't know numbers, guys, okay? Come on.
Okay.
But I know the game of basketball, you dicks.
Do you know how many NFL teams there are?
32.
How many points is a regular basket worth?
2, you dumbass.
All right, sorry.
Keep going.
That was just dumb, okay?
All right,
yeah, we thought so too.
About the 24?
No.
Disregard. No, but I just think it's a little bit faster. Statistics are higher, and they're just trying to justify and be like, yo, like, we were better for this reason, and they're just insecure. Insecurity. I think that's what it really is, and that's all.
I'll take over. I want to mention my point is I think Daniel hit it right there is what I was going to get to. They're insecure. It's like they'll look at my statistics compared to your statistics.
Yeah.
And yours may look better, but if you watch R and the eye test that you always mention, I was a better basketball player and I did more things to help my team win more than you did. We didn't have the analytics. We didn't have all the statistics. Like you always see that like fucking steals and other like things didn't even get implemented in terms of statistics until 87, which is only like 37 years ago. So it's like,
yeah,
what I'm getting to is like, it's a pride issue where like someone like Bill Russell, who averaged, fucking 12 points in his career and also like 17 rebounds, is considered an all-time great, when I got fucking
Andre Drummond.
Yeah. Or like rebounds. Even just, or fucking Rudy Gay, who's like a fucking career, like 19-point scorer. I would look at that as a fucking nobody and be like, yo, that motherfucker's better than him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
I'm just saying, like, that's what, like, it's a pride issue, but, like, in reality, everyone knows, like, who was truly the better player and but it's just, like, it's the insecurities that you mentioned. Like, the people who aren't secure, they don't say nothing. It's the people who are insecure. So it's kind of funny, in my opinion, that Shaq, of all people, is come out saying this. This motherfucker got 3 Finals MVPs. Everyone has literally acknowledged that you're the most dominant big man to ever play, and we respect your game. Why do you keep attacking people? And like, I think it's like because he got that. Like his dad is a sergeant. You know what I mean? He was always a hard ass on him. Phil was kind of like a hard ass on him in a way when he needed to be, even shit like that. So like that's Shaq's personality. If you only know him from commercials, you don't think that way. But knowing Shaq as we do, that people are going to take that up, like, personally and shit like that. So that's what, in my opinion, the first one that comes to mind. You know what I mean? Remember when he attacked Donovan Mitchell and, like, Joe Ingles made some jokes about it. And even, like, last night when after the Suns beat the Lakers, he was asking, who's the center? Ayton. He was like, yo, it's like, you guys won tonight, but you only had X amount of points. Do you feel like you can do more? He's just like... Yeah, I want to do more, but I'm on a team that's fucking good, and we're on the second in the West. We want to win, so I'm gonna play my shit. I want to win, and it was kind of like it was a perfect answer,
That's
and
good.
it was also the epitome of what's wrong with the NBA media. Is NBA media wants to see like motherfuckers going out for 28, 30 a night trying to win the MVP and try to create a narrative when they don't need to be. Like Ayton's like, yo, I'm playing within my system.
We won by 20.
Chris Paul only shot 5 times. And we won by 10 against the defending champs. What the fuck you want from me?
I'm the third
and I'm a
best
Laker
player.
fan saying this. Like, I'm saying this, and
That's
it's just
crazy.
like, that's where I'm at. And that's what's wrong with it. They're absolutely right in terms of the officiating because Devin Booker, he should have been thrown out for his ankle grab. I mentioned that
that was
earlier in the
bullshit.
pod, but he got thrown out for some ticky-tack makeup calls.
Yeah.
And then fucking, Donovan Mitchell got thrown out in a very good Utah Jazz Sixer game, and he got bounced. So these are 2 premier games. Like the Suns against the Lakers, premier game. Star player gets bounced. Utah Jazz against the Sixers, and fucking the best player gets bounced.
Yeah.
We didn't come to see the fucking refs. This is a genuine problem the NBA has, and this is what I think is the main problem, just to circle back, is why old heads don't like the NBA. It's the reason we don't like it. It's because of the refs, guys. Like the fucking ticky-tack foul, like shooting fouls with Trae Young leaning into shit. Even fucking our guys. I've seen Schroeder do it. I've seen LeBron do it. I've seen a lot of motherfuckers do it. And they get it. The fouls that Jordan and Kobe used to get when they're fucking pulling up, it's because they were hand checking them and they're fucking getting you on it. You know what I mean? And so they weren't like, they were respectable calls still. The shit that like players be doing now when they're just stopping, letting people run to their back or literally faking and then jumping into them, and like it's an offensive foul in a way, and they're getting away with it. That's what I think is the biggest reason that old heads are sensitive and are so negative about the NBA right now.
I'm on board with a lot of that. I think that the biggest problem the NBA has right now is overcorrection. I feel like the NBA is always adding rules. Let's add this. You can't do that. You can't do that. And now everything is so up to the eye test. You'll watch a dude get absolutely clobbered on one end. Every shoulders, arms, slapped in the head, no foul, layup, good. And then the refs don't do shit. And on the other end, some dude will get breathed on too hard, or James Harden will run in and fling his head back, and it'll be a foul and get a layup. Like, there's no consistency. The problem is there's too much room for gray area. They have so many dumb little rules. They have so many flops, all this stuff. What they need to do is simplify. Make it extremely clear what a foul is, and just go from there. Like, we can't sit there and have these breathe-on calls. We can't have Trae Young or any of these dudes doing a jump shot for a 3, and then a guy jumping by him, and then they literally lean a foot and a half to the left and shoot it. I'm sorry.
Like throwing an elbow into their chin and saying, oh, foul on you.
That's not a basketball play. Like, you can't do that. Why can't we just say, if it looks like a basketball play, call a foul? If it's not, it's not. If he gets fouled in the act of shooting, if he gets him on a pump fake, like how Kobe used to do on the elbow, where you go like this 5 times, and then one of the times
I loved it.
and then he'd get the foul. It's different now. Guys are leaning into it, and it sucks. They're
sucks.
putting guys on their hips, and it sucks. NBA's officials are making it about themselves. Devin Booker bouncing the ball to the ref like that and him getting
No
teed
way
up.
he should have been bounced.
Not even by the guy he bounced the ball at. The ref caught it.
No way he should have been bounced for that shit.
It's the stupidest
A
shit in the
makeup
world.
call.
Like, I'm really tired of the way the NBA officiating is going, and I really don't like all these dumb old heads bitching at the young players. Like, they're tarnishing their own fucking game. The reason they're so insecure about everything is because they can't fucking do what guys do now.
Yeah.
They can't fucking do it. Their centers, DeAndre Ayton shoots threes and plays
Raise some
face-up
claps
balls
on
as
that.
7-footer. Shaq can't do that. He was the closest thing that could do that. He could take it coast to coast, but he was a different game. They can't do what these guys do now, and I think it's making these guys feel insecure.
But do you think Shaq would be the best center?
Yes, 100%.
Well
Thank
done.
you, Chris.
Well done.
But
Shaq would be the best center right
think
now
about it.
by fucking a landslide.
20 years ago, right?
That's what
20
you
years.
know.
Hold on. 20
He's
years.
the best of all time.
Got it.
Center.
20 years ago, Shaq, Hakeem,
yeah.
Tim Duncan, David Robinson, right? The game was you get a big man, you stick him in the post, and you go to work, right? That's how whoever had the best center, that's how the game works.
Yeah.
Now we're realizing, and the NBA analytics and all the statistics are telling us that way sucks.
Yeah,
It's the most inefficient. No, not boring. The most inefficient way of basketball is a post play. Statistics tell us that. So now we have all these dudes pulling up from half court. We have all these guys dribble, coming off pick and rolls and flinging it 35 feet from the basket and hitting. These guys can't do that. And so they're pissed off. It's like, imagine if you were in your profession, they say, oh, the way that you succeeded, that we realize that's trash. It doesn't work. It's inefficient. It sucks. So we do it better. They're killing it. Stuff that you can't do. And I think that's hurting their feelings. And I do, because why else would Shaq be mad? Why would he attack these guys like that? It just bugs me.
Bro, it's the same thing with every generation, though. Like, think about like before Jordan. Like, they were looking at Jordan like this is their cheat. He was cheating. You know what I mean? Like, they literally had to create like when Wilt was dunking. They literally had to create something to they got to create rules to make sure this guy doesn't dominate enough. It is. So it's just like that. That's the equivalency of it.
I can understand Charles bitching because Charles would be he'd be marginal at best in this league. I think
no way, bro.
Well, they created.
I really do.
I think Charles Barkley would fucking shit on this league.
Bro,
They created the 5 seconds.
I think he'd be okay. Go ahead, Trev.
They created the 5 second rule because of Charles Barkley. You know the 5 second rule from in the post, you can only dribble the ball 5 seconds in the post before it's a turnover? Mm-hmm. Did you know that, Aaron? Yeah. Okay. Well, you're just looking at me blank face. So you didn't know if you did that.
Well, we're all drinking a little bit of alcohol there.
They created that because Charles Barkley would get the ball in the post and dribble it the whole 24 seconds of the post. They created that rule because of him. So you can't necessarily do that now. And Charles Barkley, I think, would be pretty
Barkley
damn
had
efficient.
an outside shot, though. So
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
just
I think Barkley would fit.
If that's why I'm saying, he would fit, bro. Like, dude, this guy was a defensive or a rebounding monster. Like, dude, he would get way more rebounds now than he did last, and he was a rebounding monster. That's what you're failing to realize. Scoring wise is what you're thinking too much, but with that,
No. I understand.
I'm thinking about the rebounding thing, bro. Like, dude, this guy didn't jump. He used to jump out the gym too, and he was not as big as everyone, but he played big, like a Rodman type, bro. He was but he was sizable,
He was muscular. He had a big ass.
And he had a big ass, bro. He had some big ass legs. He whooped that ass with his legs, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why I think you're underselling fucking Barkley a little bit.
Well, he never got it done then, so I don't know if he'd get it done now. And that's it. You know?
He won an MVP.
I know. He was
Went
nice.
to the Western Conference Finals.
Bro,
he went to the finals.
Hey, Charles.
He went to the finals, yeah. He took his team to the finals.
Charles is 6'5".
As Chris Paul took his team to the finals, sure the fuck hasn't. You like him a lot.
Charles is 6'5", bro. You know what I mean? And
Chris Paul's never taken his team to the finals.
I understand.
Well, Zion's 6'6". They're very similar, but except he can't jump like that.
Chris
but
Paul's
I do
never
think
taken
Chris
his
Paul.
team to the finals.
Zion's listed as 6'8", so if Charles
Barkley
No, he's
is
not. They listed him at 6'6". They fucking rightfully did
It's
it.
the same thing.
What?
Charles
No,
Barkley and
bullshit.
Zion
They did.
are-
Remember
They
they
did?
did. Remember they did all the sizings this year.
Yeah.
Remember that? A lot of people
Is
lost
it
them.
6'6"?
They said 6'6". So don't fucking.
Well, Charles didn't look like that fucking specimen I'm looking at. Zion looks like he's in he was born in
you're right,
a fucking science room.
How much
or
did you
something.
watch fucking Charles Barkley though? You
But
didn't.
Charles Barkley
No,
had skill. Charles Barkley could-
highlights. That's it. Not low lights. Not every game. I seen him be swole. I watch all these people's every game. All I got to watch is your highlights, and I'm okay, well.
I'm only seeing your highlights.
Your highlights are pretty good. Your highlights,
That's
motherfucker.
that's
not
the
your
problem.
low lights, not your medium lights, and that's where it comes into.
another
Today's
thing.
game, it's guys' highlights, scrubs look like MVPs. If you just watch their highlight tape.
There
you
we
watch
go.
if you watch
No,
Zach LaVine.
that defeats your purpose.
Zach LaVine
because
looks like
if you watch the
freaking
full
MVP
game,
caliber.
if you watch the full game, you'd understand Charles's impact.
No,
You are tripping.
He's solidifying my.
Are you solidifying
opinion.
mine or yours?
I'm just saying stuff.
What he's saying is
fuck that.
Take a side,
Hey,
dude.
no,
Take a
fuck
side.
that.
Wait, what are your
Aaron,
sides? Hold on, what are your sides?
My side is this.
You're wrong.
Who was your person you were just talking about? That if you saw their highlights from today's game,
I
He said Zach LaVine.
perfect. If Zach LaVine was in the 80s and all you had was YouTube highlights of Zach LaVine, you'd be like, he's the best of all time. He'd kill it in this league. But you weren't watching all them games, bro. You weren't watching the low lights, the medium lights, and just
But
everything.
in full
And
disclosure,
that's where
none
I'm
of us
coming from.
watch those games.
I understand.
So how could we argue either way?
Well,
I don't know, because if those are just your highlights and I watch Charles's the best plays that he's ever had, and I'm like, that's okay. Like,
okay, that defeats your purpose, though, because, like, if I watch Zach LaVine highlights and I'm like, damn, that was crazy, but then I told you this motherfucker's never made the playoffs and he's been an all-star once in his last 5 years, then you'd be like, oh, okay, he's doing something wrong that I'm not seeing. Am I right?
But
then I see Charles's highlights, but I tell you,
forward.
I'm like, oh, this guy's won MVP. He's still going to see him to the finals. He's been in the playoffs X amount of years. You'd be like, oh, shit, this guy is fucking actually
now I'm gonna
the real fucking deal.
I love how sports are just like
so
this.
Fuck you. Don't you feel stupid now?
No, not at all.
But think about
not at all. I don't feel stupid.
Is Tim Duncan the best power forward of all time?
Yes.
His highlights blow.
His highlights blow cock, bro. They're so
fun to
boring.
watch.
I can do his highlights.
I'm sorry. Tim
I don't
Duncan,
even want to call him the best.
Like, do I want to watch a bunch of bank shots from like?
Yes.
He was just filthy with that backboard touch.
Like he had that weird ass. That's what I'm saying. Like it's so hard.
We have a
to
lot
look
of
like
comments.
Just, oh, really? Should we go through some of them?
Nah, there's just a billion.
No, there's not.
There's a lot. 20 plus, easy.
Really?
Oh,
Are they
yeah.
talking to each other? We should kind of bring it up.
Sorry, I have such a weird laugh.
They're talking shit. They're mad at you guys for talking bad about Russ. Number one.
Who said anything bad about Russ?
Both
I
of
did.
you?
Yeah,
Russ
well, hey,
did
man.
bad in the end of the-
wants money. Like, what do you want? Like,
Bro,
you
first of
can't pay
all,
other
Russ
guys.
did bad in the last 6 games.
he
Can
did
we
bad.
acknowledge that?
Yes.
That this guy has the MVP season, then shit did
Who?
butthole. Russ. We don't have to really circle back to that. You read some comments, bro. What's up?
Yeah, that's the fun stuff.
Chris, what are we at time-wise?
We're hefty. Should we get into a game?
We are an hour and a minute in.
Okay.
An hour,
Let's
minute?
just go
Oh,
through
what's
the comments. No, let's go through comments.
comments and wrap it. Yep.
All right, Dan, you got to.
You guys want to get your feelings hurt?
I can show up. I can show some of them on
Okay.
the screen for you.
Chris,
Do I get your feelings hurt?
Chris, don't let Aaron and Travis get their feelings hurt because there's some bad ones about them, but we love them still, though.
Okay.
What
Bro,
did I
I'm
get
so
my-
mad about that. 'cause
I don't
Daniel,
care.
Dude,
I'm not gonna get my
Daniel
feelings
thinks
hurt.
he's so fucking smart right now. And it
No,
pisses me
I
off right now.
don't. I do not. Oh, we got a little cheers.
Cisco. That's my boy.
Cisco wants to have a little shot with the big guys. Come on. What else we got? Garrett with the little heart. Nice.
He was asking me. That's what I'm saying. He asked. Those are my boys that asked me, where's the game?
Bro, right? That's Kike, my boy.
Hey, Kike, shout
He's
out.
listening still through and through. His son's playing at.
I bet your ass Garrett's still listening.
Oh, yeah. No, they are. This is elite. Hog Talk. That's Dalton's pod.
Oh,
let's
lit.
go. Nice. What else we got?
He's lit with our tequila. Fucking
He's faded. Oh, yeah.
Not getting over that.
Hey, feel free to offend me. I want if there's any bad ones about me that Daniel's talking about, or you just say
Chris, just throw one on Trav. Just body his ass. Come on. I saw some that were rough. Go.
All right.
Rough.
Yeah.
All right, go.
Travis, shut up.
Oh, okay.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
Lord.
Oh, he's a Seahawks fan. That's why.
Yeah, he's butter. Oh, man.
What else we got?
Are they still listening? Are they going?
No, there's like 3 people on right now.
Well, we had a lot, but, they'll come back later.
We
at some
had
point.
this guy.
What do we got here?
Oh wait.
What do we got? Give me a shout out.
shout out.
Big shout out to Elliot Armitage. He does Hog Talk with Dalton. Super good dude. I hope you guys meet him soon.
I
So
haven't met him.
he's good people for sure. So
And
100%.
last one.
There's JP.
Hey.
Hey,
JP.
let's
So,
go.
hey,
he
hold
wanted
up.
to talk shit
I know
about
he
the
wanted.
Lakers.
He wanted to, and I'm glad, dude. He's gonna listen to that first part of this, and he's gonna love every bit of it. So
What
shout
up,
out Japes.
JP?
I just hooped with
Fuck
him. I just
you, and
hooped
I
with
love
him.
you too.
He just came back from deployment, so shout out Japes. But fucking, he wanted to watch the Laker game not tonight, but last night.
Last night, yeah.
But the Lakers play the Suns again this month, so we got to catch that game with them. So Japes, we'll catch that game with you, buddy.
Japes, wait till our boys are healthy. You gonna take an L, boy. Nah, but good shit. Anyways, all right. Are we playing something? Or are we done?
We're good.
We're donezo?
I don't have
We're gonna run it.
We're donezo.
We're
Mitch?
donezo.
Mitch, thanks for
Any,
hanging out.
par-
Mitch.
any
no problem,
parting
dude.
shots
Partying shut now.
for the squad? Do you love our podcast or
I
not?
do.
Not really?
Watch them sometimes. You're all right.
Hey.
As long as you like and subscribe, and share.
I subscribe.
Like, subscribe, share at SBS Podcast at Chris Amferdan Steele. Is right there.
Oh, there it is.
At gmail.com. Not the email, just the IG. It would be perfect to follow. So appreciate the listen and catch y'all next week.
All right, guys.
Later.
Into the end zone, jump ball, and it is. Is it caught? Is it caught? Oh my goodness, it's caught! DeAndre Hopkins caught it! He